It is July 28th of the year 1565, the feast day of Saint Augustine, and on the deck of a massive ship called the San Pelayo stands a conquistador by the name of Pedro Menendez de Aviles. On September 6th, he sets foot on what will be the site of the first permanent European settlement in the continental United States. Pedro Menendez de Aviles was born in the town of Aviles in Asturias, Spain. His father was a veteran of the Granada War, fighting the Muslims of Al-Andalus, but when he remarried, Menendez was sent to live with a relative. Menendez joined the Spanish military once able, serving in the Navy and hunting French corsairs. After 2 years, Menendez returned home and built a ship of his own, using it to win a battle against 2 French frigates, capturing both. Menendez's adventures started to gain attention from the Spanish crown. In 1554, Menendez was appointed Captain General of the Fleet of the Indies by the Spanish crown, the Spanish Treasure Fleet. Menendez had a close relationship with King Philip II, and Menendez was even invited to Philip II's wedding party when he married Mary I, English Queen at the time. During this time, Menendez explored throughout the Gulf and Caribbean and is credited with designing the formal treasure fleet convoy system Spain used for years to come. Meanwhile, in 1562, a French party led by explorer Jean Ribault arrived in Spanish-claimed Florida and claimed it for France. Then sailed north and attempted to build a colony on Parris Island in South Carolina called Charles Fort, but it failed in 1563. 2 years later, the French settled Fort Caroline near modern Jacksonville. By 1563, Pedro Menendez de Aviles was imprisoned for suspected smuggling, in which time his son disappeared off the coast of South Carolina, presumed to be dead. Menendez appealed to the crown to let him search for his son, but was denied. When Philip II heard of the French claims and expeditions to Florida, he was appalled. Soon after, Menendez was released from prison and appointed Adelantado of La Florida. Menendez was informed of the importance of Florida and protection from both Native American and foreign powers. The crown also promised Menendez a large land grant and the title of Marquis should he succeed. When the French founded Fort Caroline, the Spanish decided to act immediately, and in July of 1565, Menendez set sail for Florida from the port of Cadiz with a fleet led by his massive flagship, the San Pelayo. Menendez spotted land on August 28th of 1565, the day of the feast of Saint Augustine. When he made landfall on September 6th, he named the place he landed Saint Augustine, and his men immediately fortified the site. Menendez then marched north to Fort Caroline, surprise attacking it on September 20th. The Spanish killed every French man, but spared women and children, leaving behind a Spanish garrison called San Mateo. But the French destroyed it in 1568. When Fort Caroline fell, Ribault was already on his way with 4 ships to take St. Augustine. However, a storm hit Ribault's ships, sinking 3 and stranding Ribault near modern Cape Canaveral. Upon being informed by native allies that the French were marching north, Menendez began combing the coast, finding them at the mouth of the Matanzas River. After several parleys, the French surrendered, and the Spanish executed all of them. Somewhere between 150 and 350 Frenchmen. The Spanish named the site Matanzas, meaning slaughter. In 1566, due to disagreements with the Timucua, Menendez moved St. Augustine, but returned to Spain in 1567. The settlement was moved again to its modern site in 1572. Menendez spent his final years searching for his son, coming into contact with the Calusa and negotiating with their king, Carlos. Pedro Menendez de Aviles died of typhus in Santander, Spain in September of 1574. Today, the city of Saint Augustine is associated with the explorer Ponce de Leon, but he never actually lived to see the city. The city of Saint Augustine, the oldest European city in the United States, really owes its existence to a man who even most Floridians have probably never heard of. Thanks for watching.